Hey, Tronte. Hey, what's the best nation in the world?
Hey, man, you already know GD, man.
No. It's a donation. Oh, it's a donation.
Hey, I ain't no invite you.
It's a donation.
You can say that, but I'm just saying that
Gotta let me wipe off. Gotta let me wipe off.
He's terrible.
Yeah. There go you now. Yeah, I'm gonna beat his ass up.
Few moments later.
Bitch, did I tell you stop playing me, bitch? Did I tell you right now? My name Big Moolah, bitch. I will hurt you, bitch.
I kill it.
Yeah.
Hey, can't you tell?
Yeah.
Hey, he's getting pissed off, but I'd rather be pissed off than pissed on.
Oh, my mom.
Oh, my mammy. Hey. Hey.
I've done went through it. Hey, but I still got love for Marcus. That's my dog.
Hey, look. I ain't say that part right there. You hear me? Nigga, I love Marcus more than I love your funny looking ass. Yeah. Hey. Hey, man, big shout out to Narcotic, man. You hear me? Hey, sky's the limit. We're gonna blow the roof out the sky.
He's serious because he's so good.
And guess what? My dream is to stop poverty.
Hey, amen.
Hold on. And the only way that white folks can stop poverty, give me a secret, bro. Give me yours. Give me yours. Hey, look, the only way that white folks can stop poverty is one thing. Hey, it's one thing. I gotta get rid of the Democrats and the Republicans. And it only leaves one more, and it's independent. It was only one independent president in the whole wide world, and he chopped the tree down. His name is George Washington. You hear me? Listen, because it's only gonna get deep, and it's gonna get deeper as it goes.
Some names don't belong to one lane. They echo through streets, phone screens, jokes shared between friends, and late night lives that blur together. In Memphis, there was one name that kept popping up, not whispered, but recognized. A man who made people laugh. A man who told stories that felt uncomfortably real. A man who somehow stayed relevant in a city that doesn't forgive easily. But on a quiet Monday afternoon in January, that name stopped moving. And what followed raised more questions than answers.
I mean, hey, and fuck that turnout with the middle finger backwards. I come all the way from Memphis, Tennessee to Blue Hollow, Kentucky. And me and Narcotic, we giving pressure tonight. So I hope you pull up at your own risk, and please have your seatbelts on so you don't flip your side by side like Narcotic.
It was still daylight. Traffic was light. Nothing about the moment seemed dramatic until it was. In Millington, Tennessee, first responders were called to a residential block just before 5 p.m. By the time police arrived, a motorcycle lay in the roadway. 2 parked vehicles had been struck, and the rider was already gone. He was pronounced dead at the scene. No chase, no crowd, no warning. Just an abrupt ending that left people staring at their phones in disbelief.
And we are following breaking news in Millington tonight, where police are working a motorcycle crash. The accident happened on Newport and Saratoga Road just after 6 tonight. Police blocked off the street, and our news crew spotted a motorcycle down.
The name attached to that crash carried weight, not because of controversy, but because of familiarity. He was known as a Memphis street legend, a personality who didn't try to sound polished or distant, someone who spoke the way people actually talked.
Vanderbilt.
I'm wearing a whole helmet.
No, hey.
Whitey Chan.
I got a dirt bike.
Whitey Chan.
I got a dirt bike.
Hey. Yeah, you get him. Yeah.
He hit you and fell down like he got drunk. Bro, I had a four-wheeler on a race.
It stung white folks that got drunk. He had so much liquor in him, stung him and got intoxicated is what happened.
I bought one coffee.
got 2 men on
He
the
said,
road.
I got this my skin. Everybody was out at the time.
I record.
And now he want to call me thug.
You want me to take a picture?
My niggas
White folks get burnt quick.
His humor was sharp, his stories were raw, and his presence felt earned, not forced. To many, he wasn't just content on a screen, he was a reflection of the city itself, which is why the silence that followed felt wrong.
So look, Pop, I went to the horse show with one of my gangster brothers, Scrap G. Long live Scrap G. Rest in heaven, folks. Fly high. I can't wait to see you on the other side, bro. So look, I had them walk to the front looking for him. So I walked all the way to the back. When I get to the back, he's on stage talking about Whyte Folkz. You being paid to the stage. I said, fuck that. I'm not walking way back up yonder. So they tell me, come on, get on the horse. Bro was gonna lead the horse. He had the lead rope in the front of him. So they helped me up on the horse. But y'all know me, right? I'm full of that part. So I jump up on the horse and he gave me a shove. I flipped all the way over the horse and on the ground. Boom! They said, Whyte Folkz, you all right? I said, fuck yeah, I'm a hard body, you hear me? So finally, I forgot how I got on the horse. But I got on the horse. So we going down the hill, Pop. I ain't riding the motherfucker, they just lead with the lead rope. Man, the motherfucker goes down the hill, I flip over the horse, frontwards, hit the ground, boom. By that time, everybody in the audience is saying, don't let Whyte Folkz back on that horse, don't let Whyte Folkz back on that horse. I had mane, you know the mane, the horse mane. I had horse mane, hair in my mouth and everything when I flipped over the motherfucker. Hey, but I had the funnest time of my life. You gotta go to a black rodeo and ride them horses.
Shout out Cowboy.
Shout out to Cowboy. Cowboy, I've been looking for you in the daylight with a flashlight. Where you at? And you better bring that house. Yes, it does, my God. All right, so like, I never been prejudiced. Never. I love every culture, every nationality, every color. I might love one color, then I do the next color, but it's equally at the end of the day with me.
Amen.
And I want to tell y'all this right here. Y'all keep following me. I'm gonna keep loving y'all. And all I want to do is win. Because I only do it for 2 people in my life. It ain't for me. It's for my 3-year-old little girl and my grandbabies. That's what I do this shit for. And that's the reason why I go so hard, you know what I mean? Look, so like when God has something for you, can't no door stop, can't nobody shut the door, can't nobody put no obstacle ahead of you, because God's for you.
Amen.
In the months before his death, something has shifted. Behind the jokes and the music, he had been trying to change. He had recently completed a detox program. Friends say he was serious about sobriety, focused on his family, talking openly about getting himself right. For longtime followers, it felt like the start of a new chapter, a redemption arc people wanted to believe in. But redemption stories don't always get time to finish. What many fans didn't realize or had forgotten was that his past hadn't fully let go. Years earlier, far from Memphis, he'd been tied to a case in Las Vegas, an armed robbery on the Strip, a conviction, a sentence that came with conditions. Probation. Those conditions mattered because when they were violated, the consequences came quietly until they didn't. In late 2025, federal authorities were looking for 2 men who had disappeared from supervision. One of them was Whyte Folkz. U.S. Marshals, Nevada parole officials, and task force officers launched a joint effort. It had a name, it had resources, and it had a destination: Memphis. When they caught up to him, there was no spectacle, no viral footage, just custody, processing, and a return to jail. For a moment, it seemed like the story might take another turn. Then he was back out, and life kept moving.
It has been a week since the Memphis Safe task force started operations.
U.S. Attorney Pam Bondi says authorities arrested almost 300 people since the start of that task force and seized some 73 illegal guns.
Now, Bondi did not give details on the charges tied to those arrests or whether any were based on immigration status.
Along with the arrests from that task force, Memphis police also say they made 167 arrests last week. Numbers are from the Memphis Mayor Paul Young in his weekly newsletter released Friday.
So with local and federal agencies involved in these arrests, some are wondering if the suspects will go through federal court or state court. Shelby County District Attorney Steve Mulroy says his office is preparing to handle that increase in cases. Only 20% of the arrests are expected to go through the federal court, meaning state prosecutors and judges will have to handle the majority of the caseload.
Just because someone's arrested by a federal law enforcement agency does not necessarily mean that it's a federal crime and that they're going to federal court. Citizens can face prosecution in both federal and state court at the same time. And of course, most people think that's double jeopardy. But of course, the government decides over and over that that is not double jeopardy.
Leaders also say the increase in arrests is putting a strain on the jail. Authorities say they'll be at double capacity within months, and local leaders are still doubtful that this task force is the answer to a higher crime rate.
January 19th, 2026, mid-afternoon. He was riding westbound when police say he lost control. No other drivers were cited. No immediate explanation was given, only that 2 parked vehicles were struck. The crash remains under investigation, and that's where the details stop. No motive, no deeper narrative, just a sudden, irreversible outcome. Tributes poured in across social media, influencers, artists, fans who felt like they lost somebody they actually knew. He was called a cultural staple, a Memphis original, someone who brought Southern soul into every space he touched. People replayed his old clips, shared his music, laughed through tears. Because when someone becomes part of a city's voice, losing them feels personal.
I'm talking about like lifelong, whatever, you hear me? But it's got to be a face tat though. It can't be below the neck. All right, say less, let's go. Rap about trap house. Hey man, if y'all want something soft to play with, sit in your hand and squeeze it. Let's go! Whole lot of slamming, man.
His impact wasn't limited to rap. Yes, he collaborated with major figures. Yes, he experimented with sound. Yes, his lyrics spoke about survival and struggle. But his real influence was connection. He crossed lines most people couldn't. Neighborhoods, groups, perspectives. The name Whyte Folkz wasn't self-chosen. It was given to him. A sign of acceptance in a place where acceptance is rare. That mattered. Accidents happen. But when the life with this many layers ends this suddenly, questions linger anyway. What direction was he headed in next? How much had truly changed? And how close was he to leaving his past behind for good? There are no dramatic twists here, no hidden footage, no confirmed secrets, just the uncomfortable truth that sometimes life stops mid-sentence. In Memphis, his name still circulates in comments, in memories, in the space he left behind. He was a comedian who carried pain, a rapper who told uncomfortable truths, a man trying to do better right until the end. And maybe that's why this story stays with people, not because of how it ended, but because of everything that was still unfolding when it did.
Hey, and remember this right here. Never believe in luck. Luck is a figure of speech that don't mean shit. You either gonna get blessed or you're not gonna get blessed. And if it happens, it was because God let it happen. And if you wasn't blessed, it was because God never meant for it to happen for you. And it's my time to shine. And me and Mark Collett, sky's the limit. How far you want to go? And if you ever have a dream, keep your dream. Keep praying. You gotta pray. Allahu Akbar, Subhanallah, Allahu Akbar. And for those that didn't know, I'm Muslim. I don't eat pork. I fast in the month of Ramadan. And that's just what it is. And whoever don't like it, with the middle finger backwards.
Alright, y'all, there y'all have it, man. That's the crazy story of Jimmy McMahan, aka Whyte Folkz from Memphis, Tennessee. Yeah, man, this is a crazy one right here, man. May he rest in peace. Hey, get in that comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Drillers and trappers, we outside trapping and drilling 247. Don't go nowhere. Watch that next video. Gang!